What if I told you that becoming rich isn't about some secret investment strategy or a lucky break? For most people, it's actually about what you don't do. It's about sidestepping the financial traps that are so deeply embedded in our culture they feel completely normal. These are the 5 things you absolutely must stop buying if you want to build real, lasting wealth. Let's start with the big one, the one sitting in your driveway, a brand new car. The feeling is incredible, right? That new car smell, the flawless paint, the quiet hum of the engine, it feels like you've made it. But what you've actually purchased is a masterclass in depreciation. The second your tires leave the dealership lot, your shiny new asset has already lost thousands of dollars in value. Within 2 years, it's down about 30%. In 5 years, you might be lucky if it's worth half of what you paid. Now, add in the financing. With average new car loan rates hovering around 7%, you're not just paying for the car, you're paying a hefty premium for the privilege of watching its value plummet. You're essentially financing a rapidly sinking ship. The alternative isn't giving up cars, it's being smart. Buy a reliable 2- or 3-year-old car. Let someone else take that massive initial hit. You get a great vehicle without paying for the new car smell with your future retirement. Number 2 is a silent killer of wealth, high-interest consumer debt. I'm talking about the credit card in your wallet. It feels convenient, even empowering, until you carry a balance. Suddenly, it's a monster. The average credit card APR has skyrocketed to nearly 23%. That's not a loan, it's a financial emergency disguised as plastic. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you have about $10,000 in credit card debt, which is close to the average for households that carry a balance. If you only make the minimum payments, you could be stuck paying that off for over 20 years. And the worst part? You'd end up paying over $18,000 in interest alone. That's almost double the original amount. You're working hard just to make the credit card companies richer. Wealth building is about making your money work for you. High-interest debt is the exact opposite. It puts you to work for your money in the worst possible way. You're running on a financial treadmill that's steeply tilted against you, and the only way to win is to get off. From the obvious debt, let's move to something sneakier. Number 3, unnecessary subscriptions. Think about it. That streaming service you signed up for to watch one show, the fitness app you used for a week in January, the meal kit that's still delivering even though you're never home to cook it. This is subscription creep, and it's death by 1,000 tiny cuts to your bank account. It's all designed to be forgotten. You set it and forget it, and they keep charging you. Studies show the average person wildly underestimates what they spend on subscriptions every month by over $150. That's almost $2,000 a year vanishing into thin air for services you probably don't even use. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Once a quarter, print out your bank and credit card statements. Go through them line by line with a highlighter. Ask yourself for each recurring charge, do I use this? Does it bring me real value? Be ruthless. Canceling a $10 a month subscription doesn't feel like much, but that's $120 a year. Find 5 of those and you've just given yourself a $600 raise to invest in your future. Number 4 gets into the psychology of spending. Impulse luxury purchases. The designer watch, the $1,000 handbag, the shoes that cost more than your car payment. We often buy these things not for their utility, but for the story we think they tell about us. We're buying status. We're chasing a feeling of success, of validation. And marketers are brilliant at selling us this fantasy. But here's the reality. That feeling is fleeting. The high from the purchase fades, but the bill remains. These items rarely hold their value, and when they're bought on a whim, they're often financed with that high-interest debt we just talked about. It's a vicious cycle. You're trading long-term security for short-term validation from people you probably don't even know. The real status symbol isn't a logo on your shirt. It's freedom. It's having control over your time. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you're financially secure. Ask yourself this before you make a big purchase. Would I still want this if nobody else could ever see it? If the answer is no, you're not buying an item, you're buying an opinion. And that's a terrible investment. Finally, the 5th thing you must never buy is the illusion of a shortcut. I'm talking about gambling and lottery tickets. It's marketed as a dream, a $1 chance to change everything. But mathematically, it's a tax on hope. Americans spend over $100 billion a year on lottery tickets.
That's more than we spend on movies, books, concerts, and sports tickets combined. Think about that. We're pouring a fortune into a system with odds so astronomically bad in 1 in 292 million for the Powerball jackpot that you are statistically more likely to be struck by lightning twice. The real tragedy isn't just the money you lose, it's the opportunity cost. What if instead of spending $5 or $10 a week on tickets, you invested it? It doesn't sound like much, but wealth isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on quiet, consistent habits. That money, invested consistently over time, is practically guaranteed to grow. The lottery is practically guaranteed to be worthless. One path is a blueprint for building wealth. The other is a fantasy. So let's bring this all together. Avoiding the new car trap, escaping the high-interest debt cycle, cutting the subscription bloat, resisting the lure of status spending, and ditching the lottery fantasy. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being intentional. It's about deciding that your future is more important than a temporary feeling. Let's do the math. By making smart changes in these 5 areas, the average person could easily free up $10,000 a year, maybe more. Now, what happens if you invest that $10,000 year after year? At a completely average 7% market return over 30 years, that consistent habit grows to over $1 million. That's the power of avoiding these traps. Wealth isn't about a single winning lottery ticket. It's about making thousands of small, smart decisions that compound over time, building a future where you are truly free.